It's almost like a Pavlovian thing. When I would see my wife come home with any kind of takeout bag, it's like, ah, yeah, we're gonna get a special dinner tonight.
Plastic bags have become a thing that we are so familiar with now, especially the kind with the smiley faces and the words thank you and the roses.
The white ones that said thank you on it, or something like that.
Have a nice day, plastic bag, or thank you, plastic bag.
I love the classic smiley face.
When you look at all the little smiley faces, they all have very slightly different expressions, and some of them even look a little sinister.
They're just sort of these anonymous artifacts of the city.
I know that I'm not alone in being attracted to that sort of thing.
I love plastic bags.
Obviously, the single-use plastic bags are sort of ubiquitous, and you see them everywhere.
They're such a part of our environment, whether you get it from a restaurant or whether you see it stuck in a tree.
We're all curious, what's in these red bags? You know, is it fish? Is it someone's dinner?
The great thing about the takeout bag, especially ours, was that it was identifiable, it was different, and it was kind of individual. The plastic bag has been good to us, maybe not as great to the environment.
The funny thing about them is that they were actually invented by someone whose hope was to protect the environment. It didn't even occur to him that people would use them once and throw them away.
New York State actually voted to ban single-use plastic bags.
Number 164? 164 or 146?
我们那个用塑料袋是天天都要用的，因为我觉得那个袋子起码就是给人家看到以后会觉得很开心吧。
I remember when I was growing up, anytime we had those Chinese takeout bags, it was always the bright red ones, the fully red ones, or the white ones that said thank you on it, or something like that. Ours was always a little bit different. Ours was always that pink one with the logo on it. At the end of every meal, every family's taking like 4 or 5 bags of our pink takeout bags home with them.
嗨，你好，我的名字是 Vanessa Wayne， 我是那个 Vanessa Dumpling House 的业主和合作伙伴。
My name is Truman Lam. I am the 3rd generation operator of Jingfeng Restaurant. For a long time, when anyone who ever immigrated here from China, they kind of stopped by Chinatown. That's where they kind of had their roots. That's where they started finding the opportunities, whether it's working in a restaurant, starting their own small business.
我是在1999年，在唐人街爱丽治街开的第一家Vanessa's Dumpling House。
The takeout industry is going to be a little bit different, and it's going to be a challenge.
因为塑料袋那个尤其是送外卖嘛，就必须要用塑料袋才能够那个保证那个食品的温度啊，还有就是不会那个食品啊流出来呀、或者跑出来。
I gotta say, the plastic bag, as terrible as it is for the planet, it's really convenient.
We've actually had someone include our plastic bag in a fashion show here, I think 2 years ago.
I was too cheap to buy, real plastic bags for my garbage can.
I haven't bought garbage bags from the grocery store or the convenience store in years. I just use the plastic bags, so I reuse them, so I guess I'm kind of net zero.
Plastic bags in general have only been around, it's like a short blip in human history, right? But in that time, they've become part of just like the landscape of our culture. My name is Cole Kennedy, and I'm a copywriter and a co-creator of the Plastic Paper Project. We wanted to find a way that like celebrates how like there's this really truly interesting graphic heritage of all of these designs, but also a way to mark their end. And we split it into 4 categories, where there's the smiley face, there is the classic stacked thank you with the alternating outline impact font. There's the scripty thank you for shopping here that we found inspired by like the Milton Glaser New York Magazine covers and the New York Magazine logo. And then there's the purple flowers. It's just like a bunch of purple roses. The moment that people have when they look at the book and they see them together, they realize that these graphics are a part of our collective culture, our collective memory, where everyone knows them, but they're not quite sure why.
As individual objects, they're really kind of unattractive. When they're viewed as a series, the beauty that you maybe would have missed when they're in their sort of individual form becomes more apparent.
The red plastic bags had a little bit of magic to them.
My name is David Tristman, and the bag collecting is something that started many years ago. As it turns out, I have probably close to 100 of them now.
My name is James Prochnick. I'm a photographer. Unlike the fancy gels you can buy for these cameras or gels you can buy for your lights, I could actually just use the red plastic bags of Chinatown. The red plastic bags had that kind of magic, the way that the sunlight would catch them.
I would say that one aspect of my collecting is that they maybe have elements or remnants of a world that's gradually disappearing. So not only are the bags being phased out, but the type of small businesses that use them are, disappearing or struggling to survive.
This everyday, ordinary item could come to kind of represent the whole community and the commerce and the vibrancy of it.
Ironically, like the bags themselves will end up outlasting any of us because it'll take 500 to 1,000 years before they even begin to stop being plastic.
My hope would be that the designers of our new, greener future, come up with something that also has a little bit of magic like that. Can they do it as well as the red plastic bag? I hope so.
It's a Japanese, a Shinto belief that's called Yaoyaruzo no Kami. And it's the idea that every object, no matter how insignificant, has its own spirit within, and that we should cherish these objects and thank them for their service.
Thank you. Have a nice day. See you later, plastic bags. I'll be happy to see you go too, because we all need a cleaner world.